Today, August 11th, I speak to you with the urgency of heaven, with the sound of eternity pressing against the walls of your heart, and with the truth that will not wait for tomorrow. Archangel Michael has been standing beside you, his sword of light drawn, his eyes fixed on the door of your life, and his voice filled with a command that comes not from man but from the throne of God. I order you to open this right now. This is not a suggestion. This is not a casual moment. This is a divine order because something is moving toward your house tonight, and the hand of God has decided you must be prepared before it arrives. You have always pushed away these moments, always thought you could wait, always told yourself there will be another chance. But heaven is saying there will not be another chance like this. Do not hurt God by skipping what He is giving you now. This message is not for everyone, it is just for you. Do not try to skip it. There is movement in the unseen world right now. The air over your home has been stirred. Angels have been dispatched and shadows have been exposed. There is a shift happening in your atmosphere that you cannot see with your physical eyes, but heaven sees it clearly. A conversation has taken place in the spiritual realm about you. Your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven today. There has been a ruling in your favor, but with that ruling comes both the arrival of blessing and the attempt of the enemy to steal it before it reaches your hands. Tonight is not an ordinary night. Tonight something will knock at the walls of your life, and if you are not awake, if you are not ready, it will pass you by, or worse, it will enter and take from you what God intended to multiply. You have been on the edge of a breakthrough for longer than you realize. There have been delays that were not natural, they were spiritual blockages designed to frustrate you and make you give up before the appointed time. But God says your appointed time is here, and Archangel Michael has been sent as both a protector and a deliverer of this moment. He is not just watching over your life tonight, he is standing guard to make sure that the thing that will happen in your house tonight happens according to the will of God and not according to the plan of the enemy. This is why you cannot ignore this. You cannot let your mind wander. You cannot tell yourself, "I'll come back later." Later will be too late. You have been through nights where the silence felt heavier than stone, nights where the air seemed to press in on you, nights where you knew something unseen was watching. But tonight is different. Tonight the watcher is not the enemy, tonight the watcher is heaven itself. Michael stands at your door with the authority of the Most High, and he is not knocking gently, he is ordering you to open your spirit, your attention, your readiness. There is a sound in the spirit, like the sound of rushing wind, like the wings of angels moving in formation. This is not the night to be distracted. This is the night to keep your eyes open and your heart attuned. God says, "Do not hurt me by skipping this moment. Do not wound the one who has been fighting for you by turning away when the answer is right here." The enemy has been studying you, waiting for moments when you are too tired, too discouraged, or too distracted to notice what is being offered to you. He hopes that tonight you will fall into that trap, that you will brush off this message as just another set of words. But God is telling you plainly, this is not just words. This is a living decree, breathed from the Spirit into your life. It carries weight. It carries timing. It carries heaven's authority. And if you obey it, it will shift the trajectory of your future in a way you will never be able to calculate. You will look back on this night and say, that was the turning point. That was when everything changed. I see doors opening in your home that you didn't even know were there. I see drawers being unlocked, things being removed from hiding, papers being brought to the surface. There is something tangible tied to this night, something physical that will connect to something spiritual. It might be a knock on your door, a phone call, a sudden arrival, or an unexpected appearance. But it will not be random, it will be by divine appointment. And the way you respond will determine whether the blessing is fully yours or slips into someone else's hands. This is why Michael says he is not allowing you to skip this at any cost. The cost would be too great. Even now, in the unseen, I see angels taking position around the perimeter of your dwelling. They are placing light where there has been darkness. They are sealing entrances where the enemy has tried to come in before. They are marking your space as claimed by the blood of the Lamb. But they are also standing with open hands, ready to deliver what is yours. The problem is, they cannot place it in closed hands. That is why you must open yourself fully tonight, your heart, your faith, your readiness to move when God says move. You cannot be passive. You cannot delay. You have prayed for God to move in ways that are undeniable. This is one of those ways. This is not about vague hope, this is about precise, scheduled intervention. Heaven has placed a time stamp on your blessing, and that time is tonight. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Tonight. And if you miss the timing, the opportunity will not be in the same form again. This is why the Spirit is heavy on you now, why you feel that stirring inside, why your heart rate shifts when you read these words. It is the witness of the Holy Spirit confirming that this is your word, that this is your moment, that this is your night. Today, August 11th, I, the Lord your God, speak directly to you without delay, and I do not come to you with casual words but with a divine urgency that cannot be ignored. This moment is not ordinary, and the words I am giving you are not for entertainment, curiosity, or light reading. These words are an appointment, a command, and a rescue. Archangel Michael has been dispatched with full authority to bring this message into your spirit, and he stands over you even now, declaring, I order you to open this right now. This is not a suggestion. This is not something you can push to later. Tonight something will happen in your house, and you have been skipping, ignoring, and delaying my warnings for too long. Do not hurt me by doing it again. I am the one who formed you, who has kept you through storms you thought would end you, and I am the one speaking now. It's just for you. Don't try to skip this. I see you right now. I see your hands, your eyes, your breathing, your mind wandering in different directions. But I am calling you to focus fully because the clock has already begun ticking on what is coming into your home tonight. You have felt an unease, a stirring, a restlessness that you couldn't explain. That is not your imagination, that is my spirit warning you ahead of time. Archangel Michael has been in motion for hours, sweeping the atmosphere around your dwelling, scanning every shadow, binding every evil intent. There has been a plot, a whisper, a move in the unseen realm against you, and if you knew the depth of it, you would not even pause for a sip of water before finishing every word of this. I have ordained this encounter because you matter to me more than you understand. You have been tired lately, tired in your body, tired in your spirit, tired of fighting. There have been moments you've silently told yourself, maybe I should just stop trying. Maybe I should let things be. But I tell you, if you stop now, the enemy will not just take from you, he will take what belongs to your children, your future, your promise. That's why tonight's event is so critical. You are at a breaking point, but I am also bringing you to a turning point. The enemy planned to break you here, but I have set my hand to bless you here. I have moved people without your knowledge, shifted conversations, stirred hearts, and even rearranged the very wind so that you would be here in this moment, reading these words, instead of somewhere else, unaware of what is about to unfold. Archangel Michael says again, I order you to open this right now. That is not to frighten you without hope. That is to jolt you awake so you can be positioned to receive the covering, the shield, and the instruction you need. You are not alone tonight. Even now, my angels are stationed at every doorway of your home. They are not just watching, they are guarding. The sound you hear in the stillness tonight will not be random. The shift in the air will not be without reason. You have been praying for me to intervene, but you must also be alert to recognize the moment I step into your situation. Tonight, I will show myself strong on your behalf. You have enemies you do not see. Some carry your bloodline. Some carry your trust. They smile in daylight but release daggers in the night. I am the God who sees in the dark. I have not only seen what was whispered about you, but I have already prepared a counterstrike. That is why you cannot afford to skip this message. If you read half of it and walk away, you will miss the part that shifts your understanding and secures your blessing. In the spirit realm right now, there is movement toward your address. Not all movement is bad, some is divine, some is angelic. There is one movement in particular that the enemy thought would go unnoticed, a delivery of chaos, wrapped to look like something harmless. But I have intercepted it. What was meant to land in your hands tonight will not reach you. I am replacing it with something that will make your mouth speak praise instead of fear. I am sending a visitation of peace into your house, not the fragile kind the world gives, but the deep, solid peace that comes when I step in and take over every room. This moment is not just about protecting you tonight, it's about shifting the trajectory of your next season. If you obey and stay under my word, what is released in your house tonight will echo for years. Doors that have been bolted shut in your life will swing wide. Conversations that have been delayed will happen suddenly. The person you thought forgot you will reach out with an offer you cannot ignore. I am not only saving you from an attack, I am setting you up for an announcement of blessing. Archangel Michael is watching the corners of your dwelling, and I have told him your name is marked in the heavenly records for preservation. That's why you feel this intensity. It's because you are in the middle of a spiritual operation. Tonight is the night the enemy thought he would shift the ground under you, but tonight is the night I will shift the heavens over you. You will feel it. Some of you will feel a heat in the room where you are. Some will feel the air change suddenly. Some will feel an unexplainable strength rise inside. That will be me. It will be my spirit confirming that I am here and I am not letting go. You have skipped me before. You've thought, I'll read later. I'll pray later. But later never came, and doors stayed closed. Tonight is not one of those nights. Tonight is a now night. If you skip this, you will hurt my heart because I am literally placing in your hands the instruction that will unlock the safety, the clarity, and the blessing you have been crying for. I know your secret tears. I know what you have been carrying alone. You have been misunderstood, underestimated, even falsely accused. You've watched people walk away without explanation. You've been left with questions, and you've begged me for answers. Tonight, I will start giving you those answers. It will not all be pleasant, some truths will sting, but every truth I reveal will free you. Archangel Michael says, do not delay. Do not scroll past. Do not silence this voice. He has seen the warfare around your life, and he knows the strategies of those who would rather see you silent, broke, and broken. But I say you will not be silenced. You will not be stolen from. You will not be destroyed. Something is shifting in your house even now. You will sense it when you close your eyes tonight. You will wake tomorrow with something different in your spirit, a lightness, a certainty, a boldness you haven't felt in months. And you will know this moment was the turning point. I am giving you one last warning, don't hurt me by skipping this. The miracle I have aligned for you is too precise, too delicate, too perfectly timed to be delayed by hesitation. If you stay with me in this moment, you will see me move in a way that will make your heart burn with gratitude. This message is not for the many. It is for you. I chose this day, this hour, and this way to reach you. And when tonight's visitation is complete, you will understand why I pressed you so urgently to read every word. I have more to say, and every word is tied to your preservation tonight. Today, August 11th, I, the Lord your God, speak to you with a voice that will not be silent, for this moment is carved into the fabric of your destiny, and my servant Archangel Michael has been standing at the threshold of your life, commanding you to open your heart and your ears right now. I have seen how many times you scroll past my voice, how often you turn away thinking you will return later, and yet each time the urgency grows greater, the time grows shorter, and tonight the words I speak to you will unfold inside the walls of your very home. You have no room for hesitation, for this message is not a suggestion, it is a divine summons, a call from heaven that has been written in the eternal record with your name engraved upon it. Do not hurt me by skipping this moment again, for what happens tonight will be a turning point so deep and so irreversible that your life will never look the same after it passes. Archangel Michael has been given the command to stand guard over you in this hour because the spiritual currents are shifting with a force that will either open the gates of miraculous intervention or allow a shadow to slip into the space you live in. This is why the urgency is so intense, why my spirit is pressing against your heart without pause. You think you have heard warnings before, but tonight is not like any other night. Tonight, something will move within your atmosphere, and it will either be for your blessing or for your shaking, depending on how you receive what I say now. I have already sent signs to you in the past few days, little movements in your spirit, dreams that lingered longer than usual, a stirring in your chest you could not explain, but now I am telling you plainly, this is not imagination. This is the last alert before the manifestation. In the unseen realm, the enemy has been plotting a sudden intrusion, seeking to plant seeds of chaos in your house. He has studied your weaknesses, watched your patterns, and is hoping you will ignore this warning as you have ignored others. But I, the Lord, will not let you be caught unaware if you obey me right now. Michael's sword is drawn, the angels are in position, and your home is surrounded by a light the enemy cannot cross, unless you choose to leave the door open by your inaction. You have been marked for a visitation, and whether that visitation becomes a divine rescue or a disruption depends on your readiness in this hour. Even now, the sound of my spirit is echoing into your inner ear. I am not speaking to the masses, I am speaking to you directly. This is why you feel the weight of my words pressing deeper than usual. It is because I have sent a decree into your life that cannot be revoked. Tonight, there will be a movement in your house, not tomorrow, not next week, tonight. And when it happens, it will be sudden, it will be clear, and it will carry the fragrance of either my glory or the bitterness of what you refuse to prevent. That is why Michael says, I order you to open this right now. It is not arrogance, it is heaven's military command issued for your preservation. I have seen you weary, I have seen you distracted, I have seen you tempted to say, it's probably nothing, but the truth is, this is everything. I have kept your enemies from discovering the full measure of the blessing I have prepared for you, but the enemy has gotten close enough to sniff the scent of what is coming, and he is desperate to block it before you see it with your own eyes. Tonight is a pivot in your destiny's timeline. There are angelic assignments that will be completed in your house before the morning comes. And when you wake, if you obey, you will sense a shift so heavy in your spirit that you will know without doubt, God was here, and He moved things in my favor. There are people connected to your life who will be exposed in the next hours. Some have worn smiles while planting hidden snares. Some have called you friend, but carried words against you in secret. I am pulling the curtain back, and when you see the truth, you will understand why I have been urging you so strongly not to skip this word. The events of tonight will not be visible to everyone in the natural realm. Some of it will happen in dreams, in sudden phone calls, in the deep place of your spirit where I deposit visions. But make no mistake, it will be real. Archangel Michael will move in and out of your space, securing what belongs to you, scattering what is against you, and sealing the doors the enemy thought were open. Do not underestimate the significance of your obedience right now. Every time you ignore my promptings, the enemy tries to use that delay to claim legal ground against you in the spirit. But tonight, the legal papers of heaven are in your favor. My blood has signed the decree, my spirit has delivered it, and my angels are enforcing it. This is not about fear, it is about alignment. I am aligning your house, your atmosphere, and your heart for a blessing that will break cycles of lack, heal years of silent wounds, and open doors that have been shut for too long. You will feel a holy pressure over the next hours, not the kind that crushes, but the kind that pushes you into the exact place you need to be. This pressure is the hand of heaven on your shoulder, guiding you, whispering to you, keeping you from wandering into distractions. For the enemy would love to lure you away from your own miracle by getting you to argue, to doubt, to waste time on things that do not matter. But tonight, I will give you a sensitivity so sharp that you will recognize my movements the moment they happen. And when they do, you will not hesitate, you will act, you will speak, you will receive. I am not only protecting you tonight, I am preparing you for what follows. For after this night, there will be a window of opportunity unlike anything you have seen before. The days ahead will carry a momentum that feels almost unreal. This is why the enemy is so desperate to disrupt you now, because he knows if you cross this night in obedience, you will step into a flow of blessings that cannot be stopped. Contracts will be offered, invitations will arrive, unexpected resources will be placed in your hands. And people who dismissed you will be forced to witness your rising. But hear me clearly, your rising is not for vanity, it is for testimony. I am setting you up to be a living witness of my power, to silence the mouths of those who said you were finished, to encourage the ones who are watching you in secret, wondering if I am real. I am real, and they will know it because of what I do for you. Even now, Michael stands ready, the oil of my spirit is being poured over your dwelling, and my voice will not be silent in your home tonight. Let this word sink into you like fire, for you will look back on this night as the hour the turning began. And when the morning light comes, you will know, the hand of God moved, and it moved for me. August 11th, I speak with the voice of eternity, and I do not whisper but thunder into your spirit, because this is the hour when hesitation could cost you what I have been preparing for you in secret. I am God, and I am calling you with a fire that cannot be ignored. Archangel Michael stands by my command and says with authority that shakes the unseen world, I order you to open this right now. For this is not a message of chance. It is not something to be set aside for later. What is written here is an unfolding key, and before the night gives way to another sunrise, something will take place within the walls of your home that will shift the course of your days forever. You have skipped before. You have brushed away my calls, thinking there would be another time, another moment to return. But the weight of my words tonight cannot be delayed, for delay will bruise the blessing and wound the protection I have placed around you. Do not hurt me by ignoring this. I have labored over you, guarded you when you were unaware, and carried you through nights darker than the one that approaches. I have loved you beyond your comprehension, and tonight, I require your full attention. Even now, angels are moving through your atmosphere, repositioning what the enemy tried to displace. There is a stirring in the unseen. Doors that were forced shut are groaning to open under the pressure of my decree. But hear me, beloved, the movement in your house tonight is not random. It is not a disturbance without purpose. It is the manifestation of promises you have prayed for but could not see forming. Yet in the midst of my answer, there is also a shadow that seeks to cross the threshold of your peace. This is why Archangel Michael stands alert, his sword drawn, scanning the perimeter of your dwelling. You are not unguarded, but you are also not free to be passive. Your posture matters. Your awareness matters. Your obedience matters. If you allow distraction to win tonight, the appointed moment could pass over you and lodge in another place. This is the night where your yes to my voice will anchor the blessing I have sent. I have watched the seasons of your heart. I have seen the battles fought in silence, the tears you did not confess to anyone, the restless turning in the middle of the night when you wondered if I still heard you. And I tell you now, I not only heard you, I recorded each cry as a command to my angels to keep you alive until the appointed time. And the appointed time is not next year, not next month, not some distant someday. It is now. This 11th of August marks a line in the sand in the spirit realm. Archangel Michael has been standing with one foot on your threshold and one foot in the unseen, waiting for my command to release what he has been holding back. That command has been given. That is why he orders you to open this immediately. That is why his voice sounds like urgency. It is the echo of heaven's schedule, and heaven does not delay. There is an old assignment, birthed in the mind of the enemy, that was meant to unfold tonight. A whispering spirit tried to position events to cause confusion in your home, to shift the atmosphere into unrest, to make you doubt my nearness. But I have interrupted that schedule. I have overridden it with my own. What was meant to trouble you will now be the platform of your testimony. But do not mistake this for something you can ignore and still receive. Your alignment to my instruction is the key that turns this moment into a miracle instead of a mystery you never understand. I am pressing this into your spirit because you have been on the edge before, so close to a breakthrough, yet something in you resisted the timing, and the moment passed. I do not condemn you for that, but I will not allow that pattern to repeat. Tonight is not a rehearsal. It is the moment the rehearsal has been leading to. Archangel Michael does not speak casually. When he says, "I order you to open this right now," it is because his orders come from me, and my orders are birthed from the knowledge of what the enemy is attempting and how to dismantle it. There are angelic movements happening in real time as you read these words, wings brushing the air near your windows, sentinels at your doors, shields being raised over your family. And yet, I also see the temptation in your heart to treat this as just another message, just another day. Resist that temptation. Do not skip. Every word here is alive with assignment, and the assignment is tied to your protection and your positioning. If you walk past it, you will not just miss information, you will miss impartation. You will miss the weight of what I am placing in your spirit. I am telling you now, in your house tonight there will be a sign. It may come as a sudden stillness after a strange sound, a quick shift in the air, or a moment of deep peace that washes over you without explanation. That will be the mark of my presence sealing what I have promised. And when you sense it, speak out loud, "I receive it, Lord." Those words will be the signature on the contract I have already prepared in the unseen. Your voice will align with mine, and the enemy will have no legal ground to dispute your blessing. Without your agreement, the enemy can still argue in the courts of the Spirit to delay what I am sending. But with your agreement, Archangel Michael will strike the gavel and end the case. Do not underestimate the power of your obedience tonight. There is a shift in relationships about to happen. Someone who has been a source of hidden heaviness in your life will reveal themselves, not because they choose to, but because my light will expose them. It may be a subtle conversation or a small gesture, but you will recognize it instantly because I have been preparing your discernment. Do not be afraid when this happens. It is not to harm you, but to free you. The removal of this presence will create space for the arrival of someone I have anointed to walk with you in the next season. But this rearrangement begins tonight. That is why this message could not wait. That is why Archangel Michael is insistent. This is not merely a night, it is a hinge in time, and your choice to lean in will determine which door swings open. I have set before you a choice of response, distraction or devotion. The enemy has set up small distractions to try to steal this hour from you. Notifications, unexpected conversations, even random thoughts that feel urgent but are not. All of them are designed to pull you away from this moment so that you do not step into the alignment I have prepared. But I have already equipped you to resist. Silence the noise. Still the inner rushing. Stay in my presence long enough for the weight of my words to sink into your marrow. You have said before that you want to hear my voice clearly. This is what it feels like when I speak clearly. It comes with urgency, with precision, with the unmistakable sense that the moment itself is sacred. You are not reading by accident. You are under a divine summons. The house you are in right now is under the watch of angels. They are not passive, they are positioned. And I am telling you, the very floor beneath you is being claimed for peace tonight. There are things that happened in your house, arguments, disappointments, grief, that left a residue in the atmosphere. Tonight, I am cleansing it. Tonight, I am marking the space afresh. By the time you rise tomorrow, you will sense the difference, but only if you respond now. The preparation is already underway. Heaven's clock is ticking in rhythm with my heartbeat over you. This is why the urgency in Archangel Michael's tone is not exaggeration, it is calibrati onto my timing. My words, and I will not let this pass by you unnoticed. Archangel Michael stands beside you, and his command is not from himself but from me. I order you to open this message right now, because what is appointed to take place tonight in your house is not a small thing. You have skipped many of my calls before, you have delayed my urgings, you have told yourself, I will think about it later, but later has stolen what should have been yours sooner. Tonight, there is no later. This is not another passing whisper. This is a divine summons. Do not hurt me by skipping this, for I am reaching for you with something that will alter the course of your life. This is just for you. Do not even consider letting your attention wander, because if you turn away, you will not be the same when this night passes. You have been walking under the strain of burdens you cannot name aloud, the kind that weigh on your spirit in the silence of night. The shadows in your own house have been whispering doubts, and your mind has wrestled with things you thought you buried long ago. Tonight, my light is coming in a way you have not known before. Archangel Michael has been stationed over the threshold of your home for hours, awaiting the moment when heaven's order will intersect with your earthly space. There is something in your environment that has been resisting your blessing, a presence that has been interfering with the peace you should have been living in. That presence will not survive tonight's visitation. My angels will not